Hello, everybody. This is Halstead and Andrew McMillan with REH CPAs. Today, we're going to talk about retirement plans for small business. Andrew, whenever we get small business owners that come into the firm, a lot of times the questions we'll get is, hey, I'd like to establish a retirement plan for me and my employees. Then they ask, well, what are my options? Andrew, what are some of the retirement plans that are out there for small business owners?
Yeah, sure. So there's a lot of different options out there, and it can be kind of overwhelming at times. But I usually like to start by asking the client just a few simple questions, one of them being, how much do you want to contribute this year? Are you willing to contribute every year to something? Or are you having a great year and you're just looking to make a one-time contribution to something? Do you want employees to be able to defer some of their salary through a retirement plan? What's your tolerance to fees, management fees? Because some of these plans have administrative costs involved with them. So those are just a few questions that I like to ask just to get us started to help figure out what path to go down. At a high level, some of the most widely used retirement plans that we use in our firm is SEPs, simple IRAs, and 401ks. We see those a lot. So a SEP is really good because they're one of the few plans that you can create after year end and make a deduction for the prior year. So, say you're getting your taxes done and you're like, man, I owe more tax than I was anticipating. What can I do? I know we're after the year. You can create a SEP plan and fund it and take a deduction on your tax return for the prior year. So SEPs are a real good option for that. But there's also some limitations on, if you have other employees, you just have to make contributions.
It depends on business structure, things like that.
So as with taxes, it depends. So there's definitely some conversation that has to go around it. Simple IRAs are often used a lot, and they're basically what the name says. They're very simple. They're super easy to create. They're low cost. They're a really great option for small business owners that want to start a retirement plan for their business, allow their employees to start deferring some money through. They're a really great option, and you can put $13,500 into a simple IRA right now. It changes some for every year, but you can defer it out of your wages into a simple IRA, and there's usually a 3% match on that, like an employer contribution piece as well. So if you're looking to contribute more to something though, and wanted to be able to defer more of your salary array, that's when you start talking about 401ks. 401ks are kind of like a Cadillac plan of retirements. A lot of people who receive just W-2 income from another business that you work for may have a 401k option. 401ks are great, but they're expensive to maintain. There's usually some annual fees involved, some reporting that may have to be done, but they allow you to defer $19,500 of your salary into that plan. It allows your employees to do that as well, and there's an employer match on it. So they allow you to put away more, but if you're only talking about wanting to put away $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, it may not be the best plan for you, just from an administrative standpoint.
And that's what I look at a lot of times with small business owners that want to start some type of a plan. If they have employees, usually the SEP's not the best. Usually I go with the simple IRA, and what I'll do is I'll ask them, are you planning on putting away more than $13,500? If you're not planning on putting that much away, like if they're wanting something where they can put like $5,000 away tax deferred, and their employees are probably going to be about the same, then let's look at the simple plan, because the simple, exactly what it says, simple, right? It's simple from an administrative standpoint, doesn't have all the complexity of 401k is, because let me tell you, a 401k gets complex real quick. It can be a pain in the butt. A simple is about as easy as you can get. The fees on it are usually really low, like incredibly low. They're just so much easier to deal with. So if you're not putting away really big dollars, then I'll definitely steer them towards the simple, especially when they're first starting out, because you can always switch, right? So as the years go on, if you start going better, if the business starts doing better and you want the ability to push more in pre-tax, you can get switched over to a 401k. So definitely like the simple for the small business owner that's just getting started.
Sure. Yeah. So, those are just a few questions. I like to start with a few questions just to get an idea of what the client's goals are, what they're looking for, and we can definitely help steer you down the right direction. So now's the time to start doing it too. We're getting into our tax planning phase of the year. So if you're thinking about starting a retirement plan, give us a call.
Absolutely. Thanks, Andrew.